Wheeler. Yes, what's your question, Elliot? Okay, you don't have to. It's only if you want to. You don't have to. Okay? Okay, it's up to you. When it's your turn, you can either say, no, thank you, or, yeah, I want to show. It's up to you. All right, Wheeler, sit down, sweetie.
I bet we want to be everyone's costume.
Yeah, maybe so. You do. That's so you're extra protected.
I don't want nobody taking my costume. No, I have the thingy, so any turn goes upward, it'll get that, hit that, and bounce back.
Yeah, it'll just kind of bounce away. Yeah, very good.
If the door opens, the bag comes away to the moon.
The bag? What bag?
Bag over there.
Oh no, they'll stay right there. They'll be just fine right there.
My costume can fly. You know how animals can go away?
What's that, sweetie?
You know how animals
Oh, why don't things float away in our atmosphere?
I have little
You're so right.
I have some thin thingies on the back.
Oh, I love the tail. Nice. It's part of the costume. It's part of Light Fairy, right?
It's a tail.
Yeah, it's a tail. They're dragons, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, so dragons have like tails. I love it. Exactly, yeah. Toothless and Light Fairy, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't heard that movie. I heard parts of it. Yeah, and I have heard movie, but I saw it Adam. And I have a toy of like Cherry. That's what I told you. My place has a lot of toys. Oh my god. What? She even has one that can light up.
Cool.
Like,
All right, are we ready to get started? Hi, Finn. Hi, Isley. Okay, everybody. Yes, Harrison, no rush. Don't worry, because we're still going to read a book, so don't worry. Okay, Isley, would you like to share your costume with us? You don't have to.
Yeah.
You want to. Okay, everybody, Isley's going to show us her costume. Do you want to maybe stand up and show it to us?
Oh, the teacher looks like a witch.
Yes.
I'm just.
Oh, look at this
So
costume.
they can see your princess dress. Stand up.
Oh my goodness, I love it. Isley, you make a wonderful princess. There she is. Oh, look at this. And she even did a spin for us. I love your princess costume, Isley. It looks wonderful. Oh, thank you for sharing, Isley. I love it. Okay, does anybody else want to share with the kids at home? Anybody else? Let's see. Vina does. Y'all want to see Vina's costume at home? Okay, here comes Vina. Let's see. Nice. Oh, she's getting her wand and her little bag. Maybe, and that's where she keeps her potions, maybe. And her broom. Oh, she is a witch. I love it, Vina. Wonderful. Let's see. Anybody else want to share? Let's see. Ford and then Wheeler and Adeline. Ford, do you want to share your costume? Oh, he's walking up to us. He's a mummy. Oh, no, Ford, no. All right, thank you, Ford. Adeline, what are you? Let's see your costume here. She's a monster. Look at her monster costume. I love it, Adeline. So good. And Wheeler, did you want to share your costume?
I'm done.
Oh, thank you, Harrison. Oh, keep your mask on, sweetie. Yeah, you can keep your mask on, and I'll help you put your the hood on. Okay, did you want to share yours, Charles, yesterday? You don't have to. No? You want to, Harrison? Okay, here's Charles. He's a ninja. Whoa, Charles. Awesome. awesome. Oh my gosh. Look at these. Good morning, Islet. Hi. We're just sharing.
Morning.
Hi, sweetie. We're just sharing some costumes. Okay, and Finn, you'll get a turn too. Don't worry. I'm so excited, Finn and Aya, to see your costumes. Let's see. Oh, let me get my mouse here. I'll close this out. Okay. Charles showed us his. Here comes Wheeler, getting Wheeler's ready. And then Harrison, did you want to share yours? Wow, there he is. He's Black Panther. Oh my gosh, I love it, Harrison. And anybody else want to share? Elliot or Colin? You don't have to, just if you want to. Okay, Colin does. Elliot doesn't want to, but Colin does. Look, Colin's a dump truck. He might be the all-time cutest dump truck I've ever seen. Colin, put your mask on though, sweetie. Where'd your mask go? Did it fall off somewhere in the costume? Okay, put it back on. Good job, Colin. All right, awesome dump truck costume. There's Wheeler's Spider-Man. Whoa! I love it, Wheeler. Okay, I think everybody shared in the classroom who wanted to. Anybody want to share at home? I think I saw Finn's hand. Finn, do you want to tell us about your costume?
There you go.
What is this?
I'm a dragon.
Oh, he's a dragon. The class is super duper excited about your dragon costume. They're all saying, toothless, toothless. And they're like,
It is toothless.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, because we've got some super duper toothless and light fairy fans in the classroom. I love it, Finn. Super cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
A lot of the kids in the class.
Awesome. We love your costume. Everybody just got really excited. Okay, let's see. I see is that Islet? Yeah, Islet. Aya, show us your costume.
I'm a skeleton.
She's a skeleton. Show us your bones. Can you stand up and show us your bone? Oh, there's her ribs. There's her spine. Wheeler, sit down, please.
I'm glad I'm a skeleton so we can learn.
I love this skeleton costume.
In the dark.
What did you say, Aya?
And it also glows in the dark.
And it glows in the dark. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. And it would be really safe for trick-or-treating, right? To make sure cars could see you. Very smart. All right. Yes, Elliot.
I'm gonna have a glow in the dark stick.
Cool. That's very safe too. And then Catherine, did you want to share your costume with us? I love your costume. You don't have to if you don't want to. Did you say no? Okay. I do like your costume a lot though, Catherine. Okay, did everybody share who wanted to? Everybody who wanted to share got to share? All right, we are ready to get started. Let's see what our schedule is today. I'm gonna check off, drop off and coloring.
I can tell which one is the
Yes, Elliot, please get quiet, sweetie, so we can hear. We're gonna do morning meeting now, and then journals, and then math, snack and recess, so you'll have a break at home, and then Miss Burks's music Zoom, and then foundations. So foundations in science, we're doing Halloween things for foundations in science. So it's kind of fun, foundations in science. That reminds me though, I wanna show y'all something. Kids at home, I wanna make sure you have this ready. So 1 second, let me get it. Okay, so for science today, we're gonna do something fun. We're gonna play a game. Because we've been learning about skeletons in science, we're gonna play a skeleton game. You're gonna get some dice. You're gonna get a dice, and you will roll the dice. And if you get a number 1, you get a skull. If you roll a number 2, you get the arm bone. Okay, so it's gonna look kind of like this. These will be the instructions. Okay, and this is what you're gonna need to play later on. You're gonna need a partner to play with, probably a grown-up or an older brother or sister. So make sure you've got a grown-up or an older brother or sister to play with, and then cut out your little skeleton pieces so you can play. You're each gonna need a little skeleton piece, okay? So parents or grown-ups, if you need to print this now, get it started. So Aya, do you know if you've got these?
Oh, Mom has it.
Oh, perfect. And then you can cut them out now and then save some time so you have more time to play in science, but it's up to you, okay? All right. So we will do that for science. There we go. And then story time. We'll read some Halloween books, maybe some Mo Willems books too, and then pack up and go home. So there's our schedule today. Before we do some morning meeting, we were reading this book yesterday in story time, and we didn't have time to finish. So we're going to finish reading this book, and then we'll do some morning, some calendar time. Wheeler, do you have a question? Your hand is up.
Do you know what powers that Spider-Man has?
Oh, tell us what powers Spider-Man has, and then we're going to read the book.
This, that, well, he has super strength,
Okay.
and he can run really fast, and he can turn invisible.
Ooh, Wheeler says Spider-Man has super strength, he can run really fast, and he can turn invisible. So cool. Okay, we were reading Henry and Mudge Under the Yellow Moon yesterday in morning meeting, and we read the first chapter. Here's the second chapter, Under the Yellow Moon. Henry loved Halloween. He loved to make jack-o'-lanterns. He loved to make paper bats. We made paper bats, remember? And most of all, he loved to dress up. But there was one thing about Halloween that he didn't like: ghost stories. And Henry's mother loved to tell ghost stories. Every Halloween, she put on her witch hat. She lit candles, and she told ghost stories. She thought Henry liked them because he told her that he liked them, but really, he was scared of them. He was afraid to tell her that. But this year, Henry had Mudge. Mudge would be with him. Henry wouldn't be afraid of ghost stories if Mudge was around. So Halloween night, Henry's mother put on her hat and lit her candles. She invited Henry and Mudge and some of Henry's friends to listen to ghost stories. It was dark outside. A big yellow moon was in the sky. It was dark inside, except for the candles and one jack-o'-lantern. Henry got close to Mudge on the floor. Henry's mother began to tell her ghost story. First, she told a story about a man who lost his head. Henry shook with fear. His friends shook with fear. Then she told a story about a cat in a graveyard. The candles made shapes on the walls. Henry shook even harder. Then Henry's mother began telling a story about a pair of shoes who went looking for someone's feet. The shoes, she said, came out at night, and they walked up and down the street looking for feet. You could hear them, she said softly. They went click, 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 click. Henry's mother tapped her own shoes on the floor as she went click, 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 click. But when she stopped tapping, Henry still heard something. Something in the room, under the yellow moon. He held his breath. Something in the room was going click, 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 but faster. Henry's whole body shook with fear. It was like someone was walking faster and faster. Click, 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 click. What was it? Henry's mother bent down. Mudge, she said. Henry knew his mother was scared too if she needed Mudge. Mudge, are you okay? She said again. The clicking got louder. The shoes are coming, thought Henry. He put his head in Mudge's neck. Now the clicking was louder than ever. Mudge, Henry's mother said, stop chattering. Chattering? Henry put his ear near Mudge's mouth, and Mudge's teeth went click, 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 click. It was Mudge that was afraid. His teeth were chattering. He was so scared. What a cute doggy. It wasn't a pair of shoes. It was Mudge. And he was more scared of the yellow moon and the dark room and the witches' stories than anybody else. Poor Mudge, thought Henry. Henry stopped shaking and put his arms around Mudge's big head and held Mudge tight. Then they listened to the next story about a chair that rocked by itself, but Mudge clicked all the way to the end. Oh, that was the end of that chapter. So it was really sweet that Henry was worried he was going to be really scared. His dog Mudge ended up being more scared, and I think it maybe helped Henry feel better to comfort Mudge, to tell Mudge it was going to be okay. All right, there's one more chapter, but it's about Thanksgiving, so we'll wait and read this next month in November about Thanksgiving. All right, everybody. Next for morning meeting is some calendar time.
Shoes in the story.
What's that, Aya?
I was too scared that it was going to be the pair of shoes in the story, so I took off my hat.
Oh my goodness, I love it. All right, let's go ahead and do some calendar time. I'm gonna wheel my computer. Oh, it's heavy. Right over here to calendar. Good job, Elliot. There we go.
Yes,
Isley.
I drew Jasper Rabbit in a dress and a girl dress.
Wow, what a very nice drawing, Isley. I love it. Thank you for showing us. Beautiful drawing. Okay, here is my October calendar. I love yours too, Aya. Looks great. Here's my October calendar. Look at this. We've gone through all of these days in October. This is the very last day in October. We only have a couple more days. Now, what will it be next month? After October, what is it going to be? November with the N. So it is almost November. That's right. Okay, let's figure out what date it is. Yesterday was October 28th, a 2 and an 8. So what will come next? What do you think? 25, 26, 27, 28, 20, 29. Yes, and y'all already know, you've been telling me, today is a ghost 29, a 2 and a 9. So I'm going to put this in here, and today is our fun day where we get to wear our Halloween costumes to school. Super fun. Tomorrow we have a regular day, but look, the day after tomorrow is Halloween and a full moon. The day after tomorrow. Yes, Aya.
My cousin June dressed up as a vampire, and she has a few beanie boots for us. They're ghosts, and mine has a little hoodie, and mine has a little bag. You can put either your candy or your love in, so I can share with him. And his name is Mist, and then Viv has one, and it has a spider on its little ghost, and it doesn't have a hoodie, and you know.
Nice. All right, cool. Okay, let's go ahead and get back to calendar time, though. We got to do some calendar time. Okay, let's point to the date. Here we go. Let's figure out the day of the week. We go up, 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 up. Starts with a TH. Remember, TH together make a th sound. Like Thursday, y'all are so good. So I'm going to move my arrow from Wednesday, that was yesterday, down to Thursday with the TH. There we go. And now let's do the pattern. Harrison's our calendar helper, and he made a new pattern for us. Let's see what it is. Let's do it by shape first. We're going to do the pattern by shape. So we have rectangle, hexagon, triangle, star. Rectangle, hexagon, triangle, star. Rectangle, hexagon. Good job, everybody. Now we'll do it by color. Let's see here. We've got green, blue, orange, green. Green, blue, orange, green. Green, blue. Anybody want to do the pattern by anything else? Oh, let's see. Aya, what do you think? What do you want to do the pattern by?
Could we do it by number and then letter?
Yes, we'll do it by numbers and letters, and then Ford wants to try it backwards too. Okay, let's do numbers first. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Very good. And now by letter. A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D. A, B would be next. Okay, so Ford wants to do it backwards. Let's try it by shape backwards. By shape. Here we go. Rectangle, star, triangle, hexagon. Rectangle, star, triangle, hexagon. Rectangle, star would be next. All right, nice job with calendar today. We have one last thing to do and then we're all done with calendar, and it is our hundreds chart. Oh my goodness, let me get it in the frame here. Look at all those days we filled in. That's amazing. This was our very first day of school. This all the way down here is going to be our 100th day of school. We've filled up 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. And now we're working on filling up our 5th row. Now, yesterday was 44. What do you think today's going to be? Look, we're in the 5s. Ooh, everybody's saying 45. Let's start counting by 41. And let's see if y'all are right. Let's see here. 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. Y'all are right. What 2 numbers are in 45? A 4 and a 5. Why is it blue? It looks blue. The color is blue. Why is it blue? Oh, yes, because it's in the 5s row. Look, all the numbers in this 5s row are blue, and all the numbers in this 10s row are blue. That's to help make it easier when we're counting by 5s. Yes. Yes, except the 100. That's red. You're right, Elliot. You're right. Now, because we filled up a number in our 5s row today, let's practice counting by 5s. So we're going to count only the blue numbers. We're going to say only the blue numbers. This is really tricky. This is just practice. It's just for fun, okay? Okay, we're going to start with 5. You ready? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. So look, we've filled up 5 days in this row, and we have 5 days left. So we are halfway to filling this row. We're halfway there. Okay, let's head over to our schedule and do some checking off. There we go. All right, Wheeler, I need you in your seat, please, sweetie. In your seat, thank you. Okay, let's check off morning meeting. We read a book. We shared our costumes. We did some calendar. We went over the schedule. There we go. Next on our schedule starts with a J. Journals. But it's a fun journal today. We are drawing and writing about what our costumes are for Halloween, what we're dressing up as for Halloween. So it's a fun journal today. Okay, first thing you're gonna do is get your journal out. Thank you, Harrison. Colin, put your mask on. You're gonna get your journal out. You're gonna find the next blank page in your journal, and you're gonna write the date at the top. So here is, you can get a new one. You can get a new one. You can throw that one away, Colin, and get a new one. So we're gonna write the date right there at the top. And here's the date. Do you know this is the last time you're gonna write October? The next time we do journals, you're gonna be writing November. Wow. All right, Harrison, you have your journal out? Get your journals out. Okay, and now I will write up here what you're gonna write in your journal.
Could you write skeleton? Because I'm going to be a skeleton for
Yes.
Halloween. That's the costume I have.
Yes, I'll tell you how to spell your costume. Sure.
Costume.
Okay, so we're gonna write the date at the top, October 29th, 2020. And this is how you spell. So we're gonna say, I am a, and then if you're a mummy, you write mummy and draw a mummy. If you are a light fairy, you say, I am a light fairy, and then you draw a light fairy. If you are toothless, you say, I am toothless, and then you draw toothless. If you're a princess, you write, I am a princess, and you draw yourself as a princess. If you're a skeleton, you write, I am a skeleton, and then you draw yourself as a skeleton, okay? So here we go. We're gonna start with a capital letter for our sentence. That's the letter I. Then we're gonna do a space because we're starting a new word. So we're gonna do a little space. I am. We're gonna do a space because we're starting a new word. A. And this is where you write whatever you're dressed as. We are all dressed as something different, right? So we're all gonna write something different right here.
One skeleton, please.
But we'll all write this the same. I am a. We'll all write that the same, okay? All right, so Aya, you needed to know how to write skeleton. I'm gonna write it down here. But Aya's the only one that needs to write this, right? Because she's the only one dressed as a skeleton. And if anybody else needs to know how to spell something, you can let me know. Okay. It's in the classroom. I'm gonna write them right over here.
I am a skeleton.
I'll put them here.
I am a skeleton.
All right. So we've got, so Harrison, I'm gonna write your name here. So you'll know what you write. Now, you don't have to write your name, okay? But Harrison, you're gonna write, Black Panther.
I am a skeleton.
Charles,
Yeah.
you're gonna write Wheeler. You're going to write Spider-Man.
That's a long word.
Lena, you're going to write Witch. Ford,
Miss Vanderbendy.
right? Mummy. And I'll be right back to help you out.
Don't say my name.
Yes, Isley. Do you want to know how to write princess?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to write princess over here. So Isley's. Okay, Elliot, I heard you, sweetie.
You
So,
don't have to say mine.
Princess is the one over here that starts with a P. So only Isley has to write this part because only she's dressed as a princess, right? Okay. Let's see, Adeline. This is how you spell monster. I know, Elliot. And then Colin, you are a truck, which is so awesome. All right, Colin. Your journal. Your journal. So great
I'm going because I'm going to be a mom. Like that.
What?
How they like.
You said you didn't want to.
I wanted to write it, but not tell them.
Oh, okay. Okay. Here you go. Good job. And your journal out now. Get your pencil.
Mommy has more N's than I.
So many M's. Wheeler, did you write the date, and I am Spider-Man. Did you write it? Start writing the date. Yeah. Right there, right there.
Lucky I
You
am.
found the right page. Oh.
We can also try the back page.
Yeah, you could.
Why did Mommy have green?
It has a lot of them. Yes, Isley.
I want to show you this.
Okay, I see Catherine, Isley, and Aya are showing me their journals. Let me look at them. Let's see. Here is Isley's. She wrote princess and drew herself as a princess. That is wonderful. Catherine, let's see. Catherine wrote, I am a clown. And she even has a period at the end and drew herself. You look awesome, Catherine. I love it. And you have great handwriting. And Aya, let's see, Aya did, I am a skeleton. And then she drew herself as a skeleton. Wonderful job, Aya. Catherine, Isley, and Aya, if y'all are done with your journals, you've got a couple minutes. You can color. You can just hang out for a couple minutes because the kids in the classroom still have quite a bit of writing to do, okay? So y'all can just hang out for a couple minutes before we start math.
Did you write that, I say?
I am.
M-A.
All these papers somehow.
Mommy's basically
And then you either you could write Spider-Man, right?
Mommy's basically really on that.
Yeah.
Miss Vanderenzi.
You write a big I.
I'll be right there, Isley.
Well, do you know how to do an I? No.
And I like the.
Oh wait, yeah, yeah. And then A.
Right. Yes, Isley.
She figured it out.
Oh, okay, great. Thank you.
And then, let's see here.
M-A, mommy, and 4 B's over the money. I love it. And I am a witch, and she drew herself as a witch. Wonderful. You're ready. Black Panther, very good, Harrison. Oh, that's right. I wanted to see Harrison. Monster, and she drew herself as a monster. Love it. Yeah, you can trace it. And I can draw the drum set. It's not that extra good. Nice job. You don't have to draw the whole thing. Yeah, just the face is fine. Keep writing, Wheeler. I can see if I've got some extra now that you're done with your journal. What's it? No. Well, I mean, I guess a long time ago, yeah, the ancient Egypt, yeah, then I guess some, yeah, they are, but they don't like really come on to life, right?
My friends, the teachers, I dare
Very good, Charles. Sure, you're done with your journal? Okay, Wheeler, keep writing. You're doing great. Can you what? You can put it away if you're done. You want some one of these?
Look at this.
Oh, nice. you can put your journal away if you're all done. Okay, we're gonna finish up our journals in a couple minutes. This was a lot of good writing. Keep going. Okay, we kids at home, Vina wants to share with you her journal.
Recycle it then.
Okay, Vina's gonna show you hers here. Vina wrote the date, and she wrote, "I am a witch." And there's her
I'm
illustration.
making a new magic spell.
Ooh, she says she's making a magic spell. Nice job, Vina. Okay, I believe we are mostly done with this part of the journal. So Wheeler, you're just writing that part over there? Okay.
I didn't put that part because I forgot.
That's okay. You can just write that part then. That's okay.
All that.
Yeah, you sure can. All right, everybody. Let's do some checking off on our schedule. You did a wonderful job on journals. It's kind of a fun journal today, Halloween journal. So let's check off journal. And let's see what's next on our schedule. It starts with an M. Math. Ooh, but first I want to see Finn's journal. He did I am toothless with the date and an amazing illustration of toothless. I love it, Finn. Thanks for sharing with us. Okay. Oh my gosh, Elliot loved your journal, Finn. Elliot's dressed as your light fairy, right? Yeah, he loved your journal, Finn. Thank you for sharing with us. Okay, for math today, let's make sure our journals are closed. Let's make sure our journals are put away. And Wheeler, if you're still writing, that's okay. You can keep writing. And let's go ahead. What's that, sweetie? You need to finish writing Spider-Man. And get your dark orange math books out. Dark orange math books. You're going to need a pencil. And it's just some quick math today. We're probably going to finish early. It's just some really quick math today. Okay? We're talking about first, second, third. Yes, Elliot? And we're going to turn to page 74, a 7 and a 4. Page 74 in your math books, a 7 and a 4. And it's a bunch of rocks. And I'm going to help the kids in the classroom find the right page, and I'll be right back, kids at home. We're almost there, Vina. Vina, quiet, please. We're trying to do our math. We'll have to take it away if we keep it quiet. We're trying to do our math. Okay.
Miss Vandra,
Yes, Isley.
I'm on the right page. And
You are ready to go. You're on the right page. Okay. Before we do this page, I want to talk to you just a little bit about first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Let's look at our schedule. I think our schedule would be a good way to do this. Look at how many things we have in our schedule. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 things in our schedule. Oh my goodness. Let's see, what is first in our schedule? Drop off and coloring is first, right? What is last? What is at the bottom of our schedule? Pack up and go home, right? So if I was saying, what is second in our day? What's the second thing we do in our day? Morning meeting. What's the third thing we do in our day? Journals, 1, 2, 3. Ooh, you ready for a hard one? Ready for a hard question? Okay. What is the second thing we do from the bottom? Ooh, let's start at the bottom. The second thing we do from the bottom. 1, 2. Very good. Story time. What is, here's a harder question. What is the third thing we do from the bottom? Science. Let's start at the bottom. 1, 2, 3. So third thing from the bottom is science. Y'all were really good at that. I thought that was tricky, but y'all didn't think it was tricky. Okay, now let's get back to our math books. You're gonna need a pencil for this. And the directions say, cross out the third rock from the bottom. Okay, here we go. Now, I'm gonna use a black marker so y'all can see. I want you to use pencil. Third rock from the bottom. So Colin, with your pencil, we're crossing out the third rock from the bottom. Let's start at the bottom. 1, 2, 3. Cross out that third rock from the bottom.
I spread it all over.
That's fine. We're crossing out that third rock from the bottom. Colin, you can look up there. Good. So 1, 2, 3. Cross out the third rock from the bottom. And then the directions say, circle the 8th rock from the top. Ooh, now we're going to circle the 8th rock from the top. So let's start at the top. You ready, Colin? We're starting at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's the same one, isn't it? We're going to circle the 8th rock from the top. So look at that. Look at that. The same rock, you could say it's the third from the bottom, or you could say it's the 8th from the top. You could say either way to tell us what rock it is. Okay? All right, nice job, everybody. That was some fast math today. Not a lot of math today, but you did wonderful. Colin, very good. Let's go ahead and close our math books.
I'm going to do grade 7 to 5.
No, we'll do that on Monday. And we are going to make sure your pencils are back where they belong. Make sure your math books are back where they belong. And let's do some checking off on our schedules here. We're going to check off the 4th from the top. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4th from the top is math. Let's see what's next. Let's see what is the 5th from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Snack and recess. So we have a break next. Then, when we come back from the break.
Break with a B.
Yes, break with a B. You're right, Isley. When we come back from the break, let's see what's the 6th from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 from the top is music. So we're going to go ahead and end this Zoom because when we get back from our break, we're going to be in Miss Burks' music Zoom. Okay, so we're going to end this one. Let's say goodbye to everybody, and we will see you